Hello everyone, this is Jared from the drivers team, and I'd like to share with you some of the updates the hunters team has made to the website and give you a quick tour. As you can see, we're sitting at the home page. Let's take a quick look across the top at some of the sections in here. We have the brands, which will take you to any specific brand and collection that you'd like to look through the website. Hunters Raceway, which will give you membership, scheduling, and some tech tips from the race team as well. Shop by RC Vehicles, which will give you some suggestions if you're a beginner just getting into it, of some crawlers or some other trucks or some mini Zs to look at. We have our crawler section, our Sea and Sky, which will be boats and planes, 10 scale, which will be short course trucks, drifters, all those goodies in there. 128 scale, which will pertain to mini Z and GL racing specifically, and we have some mini Z and 128 stuff at the bottom for quick access. Moving on to toys and collectibles, we have Hot Wheels, just some of the bigger toy brands, more popular. The big one in here is definitely Hot Wheels. Hunters is, I would consider, a specialist in Hot Wheels, having so many red lines, treasure hunters, and so much available collection there. Lots of goodies that we'll look at later. One of the last few sections are, certainly not least though, is the Upper Deck Pokemon trading card section. If you're interested in seeing what they have in stock, please take a look here. We have a page for the store map and hours, and one for the Hunters Live, which is the live stream rip and ships for Pokemon right now, hosted by the stream team, myself and my partner Baka. Alright, so homepage still being updated, but a few little goodies on here. If you want to click here, this will bring you straight to the brands page, which is first along the top for us. So here we have our partners, some of the TCG stuff, the RC vehicles. You will not see Mini Z or GL Racing here because it's just underneath in the Mini Z collection. So we have our Mini Z RTRs, the Evos, Parts by Car, GL Racing, Marca, great for the Lexan bodies, PN Racing, the manufacturer behind the most variety and some of the best upgrades for Mini Zs, Reflex Racing, which makes the crazy kits that hopefully we'll bring in eventually, and RCP tracks. So if you are interested in starting your own track in your basement, getting a little practice spot tucked away, it's a great way to do that. So let's just do a little scroll to the bottom. So yeah, we have a lot of models and diecasts. That would be the Hot Wheels, AMT, Mobius, a lot of good stuff in there. Going back to the top, we can take a look at Hunters Raceway. We could become a member, so this will give you the details on the membership, and I will try to keep the video at the top updated with our latest and greatest stream from our races we host at Trainwreck Brewing. We can take a look at the race schedule, so our next race will be January 25th at the brewery, and also the 8th. Make sure you attend that 8th race if you're really looking to see, because we're going to have some special stuff cooked up for that one. Underneath, we have the tire and rim guide and the body offset list, which we'll take a look at towards the end of the video here. And you can see the Hunters Drivers team if you're curious of some little bios and just to meet the team. Going into Shop by RC Vehicles, we have some suggestions again for the beginners. So some crawlers, which are really great, nice little slow guys. You can take them to the playground. Lots of versatility in crawlers. We also do have a little crawler course that we put up in the summer, so you can try them out right in front of the shop as well. Another great suggestion is Mini Z for beginners because it's such a small, compact form. There's no LiPo batteries. They run on AAA batteries, so they're very beginner friendly. And maybe one of the most popular beginner RC vehicles in this age is the Traxxas Slash. It can get you racing in multiple clubs, multiple classes. You can have a lot of fun with them, and they're very affordable. Even Hunter himself picked one up for his first RC vehicle. You can see it here. Fortunately, the Slash is no longer with us. His dog Ghost had some other ideas about that thing. I'll quickly just take a peek at these so we can look at some crawlers here. Sea and Sky, which is our boats and planes. Lots of good RC Pro stuff in there. 10 scale. Right now we have them sorted into cars and buggies, which will incorporate some of the new classic throwback buggy kits, as well as some drifters, crawlers, and off-road and monster trucks. One of the new additions is the Bigfoot 4x4 brushless, I believe, that Traxxas sent us, and you can check out the unboxing of that on this channel as well. Here's my bread and butter, the Mini Z section, which I really enjoy. So we can pick out our ready sets, some GL Racing stuff, the new MR04s, the Evos, bodies, and even parts by car. You will see that a couple times across this website. We're trying to sprinkle it all through so no one misses anything. We can go into our Mini Z parts and accessories and see again those parts by car. Nice little info to bring you to the bodies, and same for the tires and rims, which we'll definitely dive into at the end here. These are just posted for quick access. And moving on, I'd like to quickly take a look at the Hot Wheels section, which is still under construction. But we are going to offer the ability to look through the Treasure Hunters, the Redline Club, and as well have the overall Hot Wheels selection. These are all going to be filterable too in the main selection, so you can find exactly what you're looking for, whether it be those Treasure Hunters or those Redline chase cars. Upper Deck Pokemon, take a look at these. It's all nicely laid out. And big shout out to our friend of the store, Ray Stonehouse. Hunter got to know him when he was just a little kid. He's a big part of this community, and we wanted to dedicate a nice little section to him. And yeah, that will pretty much wrap up what we have as the top little walkthrough, let's say. If you're curious as to where the store is and our hours, they're all posted in the store map and hours section. And if you are itching for some Pokemon rip and ships and want to come say hi, Baka and I will be happy to open you some packs on Twitch. We stream Wednesdays and Sundays whenever possible. So stay tuned for that. Cool. And that's the basic overview of the website and all the little goodies we have right now. So let's turn our attention into some more tech-focused racer guides, let's say. So we've put together this tire and rim guide, which is very helpful, we find, for the most beginners in Mini Z, because they give you this nice chassis, this nice body, but the tires don't work very well on most surfaces, especially the RCP if you're intending to race at Hunter's Raceway. So the most important thing when you buy your Mini Z is you need to get new tires, and if you want, new rims, because rims have all sorts of different tuning options as well as the tires. So this guide will help you go through, and you can slowly learn, ask questions about this. This will go through what kind of rims there are, how wide they can be, what does an offset mean, and it'll also give you a lot of knowledge about the tires. Tires have different tread, so a tread is like the pattern on the tire. So you can have slicks and radials are the two main ones in Mini Z, and it'll also give you some suggestions for how to pick those and where to put them. The stock class setup is not enforced as a strict you have to have these tires, but this is what we recommend and pretty much everyone uses in stock. With how much power the cars are putting down, the cars are very happy on this combination. And then the last section here is some mounting tips, and my favorite part here is that it's very common to put the wrong radials on the car because they put them in the box, and inside the box there's two tires outside of a plastic bag and two tires in a plastic bag. They are not left, right, they're left, right, right inside of those. So you need to grab one from the box and one out of the plastic bag and make sure you have those on your rims. Also, we can put some tire tape on the rims. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but it basically just helps the tires stay on when you touch those foam barriers. It can tend to peel that tire off your car, and that's not going to be fun for your race. Cool. So you've bought your Mini Z. You have an idea of what tires you want to get, but you're not sure which ones will fit on your car. So we have also provided a big offset list for all the bodies that are in the store. One of the most popular ones that's coming on the new MR04s is the Chevrolet Corvette C8R. So let's take a look at this for our example of how to go through the tire offset guide and also when we're shopping for some rims later. So here we can see that it's got a 98mm wheelbase, it's a wide body, and it'll take narrow tires up front, so 8.5mm, which we refer to as narrow, and it'll take 11mm tires in the rear, which we refer to as wide. You can push up to a 3 offset rim on front and rear. My suggestion, if you're going to buy some custom rims, is that it might be a good idea to go 2 in the front and tuck those wheels in just a little bit more, so that when your body hits those walls, it's not going to peel the tire off as much. These things can help you be a little bit more consistent at your race day and maybe get you a couple more spots. Sweet. So now we've looked at our body. We know from the guide that we can go for a 30 radial and a 20 slick. A 20 radial and a 30 slick, sorry. So let's go and let's try to shop for those. Up at the bottom, or up at the top of each page, are these buttons that will take you to and from each of the pages. So you can bounce back and forth really freely and really double check, triple check to make sure you're getting the right thing. All right, so there's so many selections here and all the pictures look exactly the same. So we're really gonna need to use the advanced filters here, and these will be your lifeline in regards to picking out the right tires and rims for you. So we said we want some 20 radials in the rear, but we need to find the right rim first, because the tires, you just need to worry about the compound, the tread, and the size, but the rim's a little bit more tricky. So first we need to remember, do we have a two-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive? A lot of the MR03s and MR04s come with the Corvette, and so let's look for a rear-wheel drive rim. And as you can see, it'll narrow this selection down for us in the filters, and we need in the rear a wide 11mm rim. And it narrows it down even more, and we know we need a 3 offset. So let's look at the two options here, and we can go ahead and take a note and write that down, or pick one of those out in the store. So we have our rim now, perfect. Let's just grab that tire and we should be good to go. As far as tire options here, there are two main vendors. We have Kyosho and PN Racing. The PN Racing tires are more for the modified cars. We would heavily suggest to stick to Kyosho tires for stock, super stock classes. We need a radial tire in the rear. So let's click radial. It'll bring that same selection down, and we know we need a wide radial. And we can browse through and see the different compounds here. Compound stickiness is referred to degrees in Mini Z, 10 degrees being the softest, stickiest compound, and 30 degrees being the slightly harder compound. We find the one that works best right now is the 20-degree radial in the rear, so we can grab that one as well. And yeah, there's lots of different options, accessories in here. So if you have a Le Mans car, if you have an F1, if you have an all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, you should be able to find the rim and tire that suits you best. And if not, you can be very certain that we will answer any emails and try to add those things to the site as soon as possible if it's not here. So this kind of concludes my little walkthrough and demonstration of the tire and rim guide and a quick browse through the website. I hope you all have a great day, and please check back for more tech tips and videos in this channel in the future. Thank you.